Welcome back. Today we are gonna look at the game Infraspace, and I wanna show you how will the game look like after playing for a little bit of time, or how will the finished map look like. For comparison, this is how you start. Empty desert with nothing. Now let's take a look on the built city. And this is the terraformed map and built city. It's the same exact map. For anyone who doesn't know, the goal of this or the story in this game is that you were cruising to the space on this ship, and the ship broke down. So you decided to land on the planet in order to gather resources and fix the ship. Ship is already fully fixed. After you fix the ship, the scientists discovered that this planet have a very rare resource called adamantine, and they decided to just stay and mine. Those are these things. Like big as drills. For a comparison, this is like the car in this game. And I think that's like the story lore. This is the spaceship construction facility which is used to send resources to the ship in the orbit. In order to produce materials needed for the ship and for operating these drills, you need to have people. And you need to deliver people they need. All you can see in here. And we will take a look at it later. Other things that the game has to offer, as per usual. Tech tree. You will unlock new technologies to build, to provide for people. Like somewhere in here, yes, VR education for people. You will unlock better roads, trains, and new things to build, like I mentioned. Once the ship is fully built, other thing the game is offering to you is terraforming progress. Buildings like this to filter air, to create magnetic field. That's why we can see the greenery around and the desert in the corners. They are not buildable. And together, like for building stuff, we need people, resources, and power. In power section, the game is offering you several choices, from wind turbine, gas power plant, to nuclear reactors, you can see over here. And the goal of this city was I wanted to reach a 20k population. For the game, I just needed these two cities to have enough people, to have more than enough people, to have running science in order to run this gigantic drills and make terraforming materials. After that, I wanted to increase the population, so I built 2 more cities. This one, and I used slightly different tactics for each of them. The challenges of this game are traffic. This is like a great example. It's quite meaningless road, but if you won't design your roads properly, you will have traffic jams, which will lower your throughput and might result in depleting resources in home. The people will get angry and leave. As for these big cities, I have let the game run not for long, but it should be like 20 or 30 minutes once the population stabilized and everything seems to be in order. I've overbuilt houses, as we can see here. There is still 3000 more space and I have plenty of more to build, but the production wasn't designed or that in mind. We can take a look on some factories also and delivery technologies. Over here we have a food build in lines, all going to the collection center, which is a great addition to the game. I very much like it. It's a bit annoying, or you need some extra steps, but it's able to provide you some buffers, especially when you need to go long distance or you wanna have more time in case of traffic jams. The roads actually look quite empty and possibly could support more people if I had the production for it. But I am running the game on medium difficulty, which means basically that, if I understood that correctly, each car is carrying 2 items. Easy, it should be a 4 or 3, I don't know, and on hard it will be 1. And other thing, I am using the cars are not going backwards. Difficulty you can turn on is that, for example, this car started from the drill or miner. It will go to the facility to drop off resources, and as in real life, it will need to drive back. I don't play with this, just my personal preference. It's allowing me to build builds like this. Also, without cars turning, those buildings works much better. Other things for the people mentioned in the tech tree, they want like fun stuff. VRs, facilities for the VRs, home appliances, computers, home robots, why not? And oxygen and water. Luckily, there are pipes, so not every resource needs to be delivered with the cars, which makes things much easier As for other like requirements, they want entertainment, parks, and schools. And there are several types of them. As for I was mentioning before, for transportation, and don't mind the spaghetti, but I kinda like that go all the way around just to make a scenic journey. So except the roads, trains, there are also cable cars or cable lifts, cargo gondolas. Not a huge fan, but there is a choice. So that's pretty much the game is offering to you. It's a little bit more science fiction, sci-fi, that's the same word. You can build quite obscene roads, you are not being limited by lots of stuff. And there is standard resource management. Resources are infinite, but resource management in sense of distributing them, making the distributions. Also, you can utilize the proximity bonuses. Like this example, this building is running at 1x speed basically. And these buildings are running at 1.4x speed because they are being in close proximity to buildings, creating components for these buildings. So these. Also, there are 3 other different maps which are being handcrafted, and then there is random generated map. Each map, I would say, could provide different challenges. It's not that easy to build on the hills, for example. It's starting to clip and I tried so hard so those buildings will connect in those hills. Of course, building on the flat ground is the best. And of course, we need to show the oil production, because the oil is best in every game. Though in this game it's a bit boring, but the oil rigs are still here. And look at them go, pumping infinite gold, black gold. And I would say that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching and see you next time.